know what we are. This is the Homo Positivity. It's in the shed. The pathway to connection.
The joke that would be too serious.
Let me take you in the shed.
wait. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to In the Shed. We're back here another week. You know where you are. The Homo Positivity. The pathway to connection. And this is where we meet up and we chat about everyday life, man. What else do we talk about? Talk about the struggles. We talk about the positive things, the negative things, and how we keep going. No matter what, we got to keep on pushing. No matter how bleak it looks, no matter how negative life may seem, no matter if everything seems like it's piling against you, trust me, there's still that little door you haven't opened. And that's the door of positivity. Everything got a positive side to it. You just got to look at it. You just got to find it. Sometimes it's hard to find. But how's everyone's week going? How's your week going? My week is going pretty nice. We're actually in the middle of a heat wave right now here in New York, and it's insane. I haven't felt heat like this since I went to Arizona. And over there in Arizona, I heard that it's illegal to build houses without AC. That's how bad it is. I can't go over there, make a couple houses, construct a couple houses, put them for sale without AC. It's a recipe for disaster. That's insane. So we've been dealing with some Arizona weather, and that's been something. The other day, I think it was Tuesday, it was so hot out that I opened up the door, and the air coming in felt like I had the heater out there, man. I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. My AC could barely keep up, so I felt like my house wasn't getting any colder. I don't know, man. If hell is anything like that, man, God forbid we ain't going that way, man. I can't handle the heat like that. And I love the heat. I love the summer. I'm from DR, so I love the tropical weather. But damn that heat. I should have cracked up an egg outside. I really should. Boom. Forgot to even mention. I got that breakfast shirt on. I got that breakfast socks on, man. You already know what's going on. I'm going to go to BLD's right after this, and I'm going to show up and be like, you know what I'm here for, man? I'm here for that breakfast. And you know BLD is the home of the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just like In the Shed is the home of positivity, BLD's is the home of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Check out BLD's. I'm going to put a little tag maybe there. Maybe a little... Whoop-pow! Maybe over there. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. All right. Producer, you ready? Let's do that. Whoop-pow! BLD's. We'll put the business card right there. But, yeah. Got the fit on. Where was I? I was talking about the heat wave. I don't know how I started talking about eggs. Oh, because I was going to crack an egg outside during the heat. Anyways, forget that. Question for you. Do you live with your parents? If you are a parent, obviously, do you live with your kids? How do you guys have family dinner? Or do you guys have family dinner? Like, if you're a mom, shout out all the moms out there. If you're a mom, do you make dinner and you tell your kids, yo, it's dinner time. We got to sit at the table and eat dinner. Me, your dad, you, your sibling you hate, whoever. Or do you just cook and it's free fall? A lot of Dominican households is free fall, you know. After everyone's so busy, there's people working at different times of the day. I remember when I lived with my parents, my brother wouldn't be home for dinner. My dad couldn't sometimes be at work for dinner. So my mom would just make it and get ready my plate. I'll eat. Get my brother's plate ready and he'll eat whenever he gets a chance. He gets home. Same thing with my father. So a lot of households are like that, we're on that fast society, fast pace. We don't got time, right? But how are you doing it? Because I feel like it's a big thing that we're shying away from every day. When I lived with my parents, at a certain point, I stopped eating with them. I started eating in my room. I'll take the plate to my room, go play my video games, watch a YouTube video or something, put a movie on and eat in my room. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but now that I look back, now that I think back and I look at everyone else around me, and I don't have kids just yet. I don't got no responsibilities right now. So you tell me if you agree, if you relate. I feel like we need to go back to being a family, Like, I feel like that should be an emphasis point in the household. And again, I could be chatting. Y'all let me know if this is a valid point. I could be chatting because my household is just me and Willow. What pow? We'll play some Willow right there so you guys know I'm talking about Willow, my cat. What pow? We'll play some Willow. So, Y'all let me know if this is a valid point I'm bringing up. But I feel like we, if we start on the basic stuff like that, let's go back to being a nuclear family. Let's go back to, being family oriented. I feel like once everything starts at home, you know? Everything starts at home. If you're building these habits, if you're building these pillars at home, everything else outside at home should improve. Emphasis on should. You're raising better kids, more family-oriented kids. The kids are staying away from the phones just a little, just maybe for 10 minutes, 20 minutes while they're eating with their family. We have to go back to that, man. I miss sitting with my parents and eating. I miss, it would be us three, my brother will be at work, or it'll be us four. But I miss just being there and then everything about it. My parents will start arguing, start going back and forth. Whatever, man. It's all part of being a family. That's normal. That's part of it being a family. There's a little bickering going on. We gotta bring that back to our country. Let's bring that back. Yesterday, I bought my mom and my dad some halal food. My dad Chipotle. I got halal food for myself and my mom. Shout out halal food, mad good. I got a lamb over rice, got my mom some chicken over rice, got my dad some Chipotle. And I was like, when was the last time I got them anything? I'm like, my dad loves Chipotle, my mom loves halal food. A day my mom don't gotta cook. Ain't that a plus? Ain't that a bonus? So I was like, sure, why not? Bought a couple plates. Went home, found my dad home. He wasn't on the road, so my dad was home. I ate with him, sat down, ate with him. And then I saved some food from my mother. She called me later when she got home from work and told me she really appreciated it. I wish I would have I could have sat down with my mother also, and we all could have sat together like I'm talking about. But just that little bit, even if I don't live with them, so just that little bit means a lot. It makes a difference. I'm sure it makes a difference. I'm not gonna say, I think it's. I'm sure. I'm 1,000% sure it makes a difference. I'm sure my dad appreciated it. I'm sure my mom appreciated it. I mean, I loved it. Sitting down with my father, with my father, and just seeing the joy that they got from that. And my dad loves Chipotle, so he ain't gonna say it. He ain't gonna say, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Thank you for the food, and then he'll eat it quietly. But if you watch him, he dogs that. Cleaned up the whole plate. He was ready for seconds. I was like, ugh. So I know he appreciated it. Let's go back to being family oriented, nuclear family. These should be the priorities. What are the priorities right now? Let's go through them. What are your priorities right now? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, we got the three, right? You named three. Now think of the fourth. I bet you money once we get to the fourth. Now we're kind of falling to the side now. It's not really like the main three are like, family, my job, me, my mental health, whatever. And then you get to number four and you're kind of like, my car, maybe? My car? I like my car. I don't know. What else? My pet? Your pet will be thrown in there, sure. What's important to you? What matters to you? What matters to me? What matters to me? My relationship with the Lord. There's only one person that got control of this little world we live in, and that's the Lord. So trust me, that's the number one priority. You got to make sure that me and the Lord, we know what's going on. Sometimes I'm going through life in my everyday, and the Lord got to send me a little message, and I'm just like, I got it. Thank you. I was about to go that way. Now I'm going to go this way. I could have whipped, and now I'm about to zap. Thank you, my Lord. Boom. Family. Gotta have that connection with your family. Why? Why do we need that connection with our family? Let's talk to the stubborn little kids nowadays. The stubborn teenagers, I call them. Oh, Dad. Oh, you're so annoying, Dad. Mom. Ugh, you're so annoying, Mom. Why is having a good relationship with your family even important? Your family, if you're a male or female, if you're a female, think about the females, and if you're a male, think about the males in your family. Wouldn't you agree that they're kind of a different flavor of you? A different little version of you? Tell me, be honest. Think about your cousins, your close family members, your aunts and uncles. Are they not just a different side of you? Like you can look at them and see where you guys have things in common, what you guys can relate on, but you can also see the difference. Now think about the older people in your family. These are people that have gone through everything you're probably going through right now. if you're a teenager, you're probably not old enough where you experience it. Some of you, yes, there's cases. Some of you, of course, everyone's different. But on average, if you're a teenager, you're not really experiencing anything crazy just yet, you know? Everything you're kind of experiencing right now, I kind of went through. They kind of went through. Your cousins went through, definitely. Especially if they're in your close environment, you know, going to the same school, living in the same town. You're going through the same things. You're relating on similar stuff. So why not listen to someone that's already been there? Does that not make sense? Is that weird? Is that I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I think that makes sense. But let's be honest. It took me a while to realize that. A couple of years ago, I kind of finally was like, you know what? And I'm 25 right now. So a couple of years ago, I'll say when I was 21, 20, let's say, a couple of years ago, I was like, why do I like to go against my father? Not that I'm like, fuck you and this and that. No, none of that. Excuse my French. None of that. But more like my dad is like, oh, you ever thought about this? And before the thought even finishes in my head of what he said, I'm like, no. Or I was like, no. I'm not like that anymore. I think about stuff like that really tells me. And 85%, 90%, he's right. So, and every time he's right, I smack myself in the head. And I'm like, why were you so stubborn? You could have been listening to your father. I was talking to my cousin the other day. Shout out Hector. Told him the same thing. I was talking to him and my uncle. Shout out Tionino. And the boy Tionino was giving him advice, telling him this and that. And he was like, ask your cousin. Your cousin is older than you. He's going to tell you. Hector hit me with the, yo, you hear what this guy's saying? You hear this? And I'm like, I hear him, and he's right. And then me and my uncle Tionino looked at him, because, bro, get it in your hard head. But again, we're all been there. I'm glad that I'm moving towards a better direction involving that I can say that I listen more to my parents, especially my father. My brother, too. My brother got good advice, too. My brother is 10 years older than me. Why would I not listen to the advice my brother got for me? And yeah, there's been a bunch of advice my brother's given me that I didn't listen to, but I asked myself, why would I not listen to my brother, my older brother? My only brother. My brother ain't trying to conspire against me. He ain't trying to be like, hey, I hope this man loses all his money. I'm not doing that. So we gotta stop being so stubborn, man. It's our ego. It's our stubbornness. We gotta let go of that. We gotta take the back seat sometimes and let someone else drive the boat a little bit, and just pay attention. That's it. If you're in that boat, if you can relate, it's not too late to change. It's not too late to learn how to be better. And I feel like that should be all of our goals in our everyday life is, how can I be better than the person I was yesterday? Either by 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever it is. How can I improve? Maybe it's doing 10 push-ups in the morning instead of not doing anything. Maybe it's waking up 20 minutes early and starting a routine. Get those push-ups done. Wake up earlier. Make your bed. Take a nice cold shower in the morning and get the day started. Get that blood pumping. That's what working out in the morning does for me. It gets the blood pumping. I feel wide awake after my push-ups. First thing in the morning, I look at my alarm and I'm like, God, another day. That's how we all wake up. I know. I wish I could say that I wake up with this nice smile every morning, being positive, ready for the world. I wake up miserable, man. I wake up and I'm like, God, especially if I didn't get good sleep, which I work on every day. I need to go to sleep on the dot at like 10:30 or 11. 11 is probably already too late. 10 or 10:30. Get a good night's sleep, wake up, not feeling so miserable. But when I wake up tired, I'm miserable. Look at the time, God. And I start asking myself, do I stay in bed? Do I get up? Do I stay in bed? Do I get up? Stay in the bed feels comfortable. Should I stay in bed? No, get up. Get up. That's it. Forget all that stuff. Don't debate. Just get up. Get up. Boom. Right to the floor. 10 push-ups. Do 10 today. Do 10 for this whole week. And whenever you can do 10 like nothing, we move to 15. Or move to 20. Start easy. And then start moving forward. Don't make it so hard on yourself so fast, you know. Yeah, I gotta get to the gym. I just got my membership. Boom, boom, boom. We're about to get to the gym every day. I go to the gym every day. Oh no, you know what? Every other day. I'm going to the gym every other day, and then you start going. Boom, you go Monday. Boom, you go Wednesday, and then Friday comes, and you're like, hey, it's Friday. It's the weekend. Let me go to happy hour instead. Let me go have a sip. Happens to all of us, but a lot of us are not ready to start so advanced, so level 3 right away. Let's start level 1. I started level 1 because you never know. You never know how you're going to feel. So I'd rather ease myself into it. You know, do 10 for the first week, and you're doing that easily, and now you're like, that was easy. One whole week. I did it one whole week, 7 days straight. I'm amazing. Once you turn that switch in there, that I'm amazing switch, everything becomes easier. Now you're like, screw it, let's do 20. Screw it, let's add some sit-ups to it. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how you start to build a routine, how to become disciplined, and all that is going to help you in your everyday life. I want you to just become a better version of you every day. That's it. That's it. Whether that be, it doesn't matter in what way. In every way. If I can convince you to look for the positive in every little thing, I've done my job. I'm fulfilled. I had Lenny here last week. What a busy week I had. Last week was busy. I had Lenny here, and I had Big John here right after. So I'll talk some about that. It does feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while because of that, because I've had a guest here for my last 2 episodes. You guys only seen the Lenny one, and I got the Big John episode next week. I got that one ready for you guys next week. I don't want to upload back-to-back guests. I want to talk to you guys in between that, because I felt like I haven't touched up on anything because I've been busy with the boys up in here. But we had Lenny here last week. And in the middle of us talking, Lenny drops how his father had passed away a week prior, which that took me aback, man. I've known Lenny since 2018. I've known Lenny since 2018. It's like a brother to me, man. It's a huge inspiration, how he views life, how he tackles life. And he dropped that on me, and that hurt. I was like, wow. And I thought, like, yeah, we're about to get into some sad, negative stuff. And Lenny switched it up, and instead of being negative about his father's passing, shout out his dad, God bless him, he decided to look at the positive. He told me that for the first times in his life, and if you haven't peeped that episode, go peep that episode. We go deep in that episode. For one of the first times in his life, his dad told him how proud he was of him. And neither of them knew that was going to be the last time they spoke to each other. That is incredible. And that just showed me that we all can do it. If Lenny, a week after his father's passing, going through the emotions, going through family drama involving the father's property, the inheritances, all that stuff. You know how death in the family is. It's detrimental. It messes everything up. Dealing with all that stuff, he still sat there and was able to tell me all the positive things about it. His dad got to meet his son. So his son was able to meet his grandfather, which Lenny told me he wasn't even able to meet. Gave his son an unforgettable gift. And I saw he was posting the pictures on Instagram of his son and his dad. The cutest thing ever. Lenny's little nugget. That baby's gonna become so big so soon. I already know it. So shout out Lenny, shout out Roman, and shout out Roman's grandfather, Lenny's dad. Shout out Gabby, shout out the whole fam. They're back in North Carolina, so a lot of blessings to them. Lenny told me how he watches the podcast, and we here do a lot to help him in his everyday life. I think I'm getting teary-eyed. Jesus. I didn't expect him even to tell me that, because I told him, I was like, dude, you're so busy. I didn't think you had time to sit down and watch an hour of In the Shed. So shout out Lenny. I appreciate the support, man. Shout out Lifting Love and the whole Lifting Love network. I'll drop some links down below so you go check them out. We're going to be featuring them soon, so I can't wait to do it In the Shed at Lifting Love. That'll be so much fun. But yeah, let me move on from Lenny. I'll spend the whole episode talking about Lenny. I'd be like Lenny being a guest without being here. I had John on here. I can't wait for you guys to meet John. Big John. Me and John go way back. We used to work at IHOP, actually, back in I think I first started working at IHOP in 2015, 2016. And I left right before I met Lenny, actually, in 2018, when I became a full-time employee at Journeys. So shout out John. We had John here from Frag-Jitsu. So be aware that episode's coming next week. John is probably tired of waiting. It's gonna be like what? It's gonna be 2 Sundays since we recorded that episode because I uploaded Lenny one, and then this episode's gonna be out. So John's gonna be like, dude, where's my episode at? It's coming, John. It's coming next week. Next week, I can't wait for you guys to see that and meet John. John is a cool dude, funny dude. We had a blast on the episode, and it's amazing how both of these guys I've known for so many years. I actually hadn't talked to Lenny in 3 years and a half about, and John I hadn't talked to since 2018. Maybe I talked to him in like 2019, 2020, some gaming maybe, but I hadn't seen him since 2018. And it's amazing how content creation and being here with you guys has brought me closer to my old friends, which is amazing. They do content creation now. We get to, boom, relate about something else now. So thank you guys for that. Blessed to have this opportunity to sit here, either by myself here with you guys, or even have a guest here with me to chat. So I hope you guys are liking the episodes. I got more guests coming up. I can't wait. That's going to be a blast. So I can't wait for that. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the InTheShed. What else we got on the book? What else we got in the book to talk about? The TikTok shop has disappointed me for the last time. I am officially done with the TikTok shop. I bought a bunch of stuff in the TikTok shop in the last year. And honestly, I was having a blast buying stuff. I was finding cheap stuff. Boom. And then what? Let's see. What did we even start? We bought a... I say we, but it's me. But where did we start? I bought a rain catcher. You guys know those big gallons rain catcher. It was like a 100-gallon rain catcher that I could sit under my gutter and I'll catch the rain. Connects to a hose. Has a little thingamajiggy for water to come out. I wanted that thing so bad. Rainwater, I love the rain. I love rainwater, natural water. I wanted that for my plants. So save some of the light bill, you know. I ordered that, and they had given me cable organizers. You guys know those little things that hold the cables like this? Cable organizers. Sent me that. I was like, what the hell? And then so I looked those things up. I had paid like $75 for my water catcher thing, rainwater catcher thing. And the cable organizer are like a $3 thing. So I was like, yo, these motherfuckers are trying to scam me for real. Boom. Returned that and I was all right, whatever. So I had taken a break from the TikTok shop after that. The other day, I'm swiping on TikTok like I do. Like my shopping addiction. Swiping on the TikTok shop. And I see this swing kind of things. You know those double chairs that got the swing, they got the covering at the top so the sun doesn't get through for the backyard, the outdoor chairs thing. Seen one of those for like $16. I should have known better. The price $16, but I'm like, wait. It was on sale, $40, $16. I'm like, wait. This would look nice outside the shed in my backyard. So I ordered that, and I had bought a couple other things. Oh, part of that purchase, yeah, I had bought a plant, like a plastic fake plant. I was trying to buy more plants for you guys, man. I'm tired of this goofy thing. I was trying to get an upgrade plant up in here, so I ordered that too. Boom. Week and a half passes. And my package gets here. I don't know what this swing thing was gonna come into. I don't know. I don't know where this thing was even gonna, how they were gonna package this. I don't know. I don't know how this thing was gonna come. So my packages get here, and I have these 2 flat packages, and I'm like, what could even be in here? What have I ordered that could fit in here? 2 flat packages. I'm like, whatever. Bring them inside. I'm doing stuff around the house. And then I'm like, all right, it's time to look at these packages. Let's find out what we got in here. And I'm always excited to open packages. But when we got stuff like that happening, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to expect. So, open one package. Just leaves. Just straight up leaves. Like, this size palm kind of looking leaves. I don't even know. It was big leaves. Not like this, like longer version of the big things like this. Just leaves. And I'm like, what? So I go on the TikTok shop and I'm like, this is the plant I ordered. And it says, how much did I pay for this? Like $11 maybe, $11. I thought it was a fake plant. $11 for a fake plant sounds pretty good. At Target, they're like 50 and up. So open this package and I'm like, what? Go to the shop and look. Oh, fake plant. Only leaves. No pot included. No pot included? What about the stems, bro? Where do these leaves connect to, man? What about the stems? Like, I'm confused. I'm so confused. So I'm like, all right, you got me. You got me. I didn't read the fine letters. You got me. So, opening the next package. And it's like a little tarp. It's like a little tarp, like this big, brown tarp. And I'm like, what could this be for? And I'm like, wait, is this for that canopy swing thing? So I go on TikTok again, and it's like, yep, double swing set canopy thing. Only the canopy, only the roof, only the top. And I'm like, you fooled me once. That's your fault. You fooled me twice. That's my fault. You ain't gonna fool me 3 times, TikTok shop. That's for sure. Nope. I'm done. I'm done buying stuff in the TikTok shop. Wait. Technically, that is the 3rd time I got fooled. Because the rain catcher, the fake plant, and the canopy. Well, you got me, TikTok. You fooled me 3 times. You fooled me 3 times. Whatever. Ain't happening again. Done. The TikTok shop is now banned in my household. Me nor Willow, my cat, can shop at the TikTok shop. And trust me, she shops at the TikTok shop. Half her toys are from the TikTok shop. Don't tell her I told you that. So yeah, done with the TikTok shop. I'll stick with Amazon, even though Amazon makes mistakes too sometimes. And speaking of shopping, y'all seen what's going viral right now? What's trending? What are them things called? Those little dolls things. Those little demon doll things. Laboombooms? Labubzooms? What are they? Labzuzu? Lazuzu? Pazuzu. That's what they're called. Pazuzus. Those little doll things. Those Pazuzus. I was reading on them earlier today. I think there's... I don't know. Maybe they're going crazy. I don't know. I read something today. I put those little troll dolls side by side with a demon named... what's the demon's name? Pazuzu? I think the demon's name is Pazuzu. And the doll is Labumbums. Yeah. So, there's a demon named Pazuzu. And people are theorizing that these dolls are coming from that. These dolls are supposed to be little demonic things, little demons. Labumbums. Labumbums. So, listen. We're stronger than the demons. We're stronger than the evil spirits. So that's fine. I'm not worried about that. But you gotta do the right thing, though. If you're out there buying them little demonic dolls, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna put one right up here so you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put it here, maybe over there. We're gonna put it somewhere so you'll know what I'm talking about. If y'all got them things, if y'all going home with them things, make sure you stop at a baptism at church and get it blessed, get it clean from any evil spirits. Go to a halal spot. I was at the halal spot yesterday. Go to the halal food spot, and maybe they could bless it with the food, bless the little doll thing with the food, make the doll halal, whatever, as long as it's blessed. Be careful out there. Beware of those trends, because the devil's out there and he out to get you. But you are protected from the light, so call upon the light to protect you, please. Amen. That was my little TED talk on that. I don't know. It's something I read. It's just something I read. Don't believe me if you don't want. It's something I read. I don't believe everything I read, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. What else is going on? What else have I done in the last couple of weeks? I was at the zoo. Not the zoo. I was at the fair the other day. I saw Ingris at the fair. Shout out Ingris. I was at the fair the other day, and I was petting the animals. That's why I said zoo, because I was at the petting zoo at the fair. I was petting some animals. There was a camel looking at me weird, pony. Pony actually sneezed on me, so screw that pony. I was walking out of the petting zoo and he hit me with that on my arm. I was like, dude, rude. So I had to go clean myself up a little. It's disgusting. I didn't say bless you to him because that's nasty. Anyway, back to the camel. The camel is nice. I'll put a picture of me and the camel. The camel is nice. Camel's cool. They got a big hunchback on the back. So he was cool. The fair was cool. I go like a
shout out in the shed.
around town.
Shout out lifting love.
I did the shooting range trying to see if I could win some. This game's gotta be rigged, man. Gotta be rigged. But other than that, don't forget, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So make it count. Make it count. Today you can make a difference, man. We all have trauma. We all have a past. We all have a childhood. We all have an upbringing. We may like it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're blaming all the things that are happening right now on that, on our trauma, on our childhood. But let me tell you this: that's not the right way to do it. It's not the right way to do it. The more that trauma comes out of your mouth, the more it will multiply. Every time it comes out of your mouth, it will multiply. So what does that mean? The positivity should be coming out your mouth. That's what should be multiplying. Talk about the positive things. Let the trauma sit in here, and eventually you'll leave this. You keep it in here for a long time, eventually it'll disappear. You'll start forgetting about it. You'll start to move on and learning and growing, because it's all part of life. We have to go through it, and we have to grow. Do you know why we call words, when we write them out, why we call that spelling? Why? Can you tell me? Why is it that when we write words out, letter by letter, we are spelling them? Why is it that when I go to the school competition and I'm doing the competition and I had to spell the words, it's called a spelling bee? Why is that? Because every time you speak and you let those words come out of your mouth, you're casting a spell. Yes, you are. Every time you let something out, you're casting a spell. We're in the shed right now. 2 years ago, the shed wasn't here. My backyard was ugly, flat, nothing on it. Now I got my big old shed studio in here. I got my fencing done. I have so many things in my backyard that weren't there 2 years ago, and where did that all come from? That all came from my mouth. I spoke it into existence. I used to sit in my backyard, sit down, listen to music after work, and chill in the sun, and just think, man, it would be great if I had a workout space. Not inside an actual workout space. I don't like going to the gym. A workout space at home. Dwelled about that for like a week. And a week later, I'm like, or a shed. A shed. I wish I had a shed I could work out in. Boom. A couple months later, I'm building my own shed. Worked out in the shed for a little bit. And then eventually, I was like, no, I want something else. I want to build the pathway to connection, the home of positivity, in the shed. That's where we are right now, and this all came out of my mouth. I casted the spell that would construct this, and if I never spoke it into existence, it would have never happened. Look at the house you live in. That was someone's thought at one point, and if that thought never came out, it would have never happened. Look at all the buildings in New York City, the concrete jungle. It was all in here once, and now it's out here. Now it's in front of us. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. How are you going to do that? How are you going to make these changes? You tell me. Tell me in the comments. I want to know. You let me know how you're going to make these changes. Maybe all it takes is waking up early and doing 10 push-ups. Maybe that could be the change that you need. Who knows? Try it out. Maybe it's 30 deep breaths. Maybe that's the change you need. Who knows? Try it out. Here in the shed, the home of positivity. This is what we talk about. I come to you guys weekly to share my thoughts, to share my personal stories, whatever I got to talk to you guys about. I like to be transparent. I'm honest on here. And that's all it is. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Maybe you could be the next guest sitting up in here with me talking about what we talk about. Anyways, guys, I got one more thing to leave you with. I'm going to read it out. It's a message. It's not from me. But before I get into that, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to catch us every week. This has been In The Shed. It's your host with the most answer. I got a special message I'm going to read out. It's from this book I just read called 27 Years. Shout out to Miss Jeanine, good friend of mine. I love this book. It's a short little book. It's a true story about her daughter. I recommend this to anyone, especially if you're a parent. Buy this. It's on Amazon. I think I paid $11. Don't quote me on that. I'm not going to check. Trust me. You go check. Find it on Amazon and have a read. If you're a parent, you would benefit from this. I get no proceeds from this, so don't worry about that. I read this the other day. Jeanine wanted to give me a copy. I told her no, I was going to buy my own copy so I could support her. And I want to read the last page for you guys. I don't want to crumble the book. I'm going to read the last page. And this is for any parent. Even if you're not a parent, you could maybe relate to this, but this is a great message that I wanted to share. And yeah, I just want to share this with the world. That's it. From Jeannie Middleton to you guys here in the shed. As for me, I am hoping to create awareness for those who have a child born addicted to drugs. I want people to understand that when their children act out, it's a cry for help. I want people to understand that they're in pain and they don't understand their own pain. They feel lost and insecure, and most of all, no matter how much love you give them, they may never feel complete. But that doesn't mean they don't love you back. All things are a struggle for them, even returning the love you give. Don't give up on them, no matter the cost. Maybe look for a way to encourage them and remind them that they can do anything if they put their mind to it. Be understanding and give them hope, even if they push you away. Remember that they are listening, even if you don't think so. Even if they're not responding to you. I promise you, they hear you, and I know firsthand. I had 27 years of it all. Wow. Shout out Jeanine. That was about her adopted daughter, Madeline. Shout out Jeanine and Madeline. God bless Madeline. And shout out every parent. This has been In the Shed. I love you guys. I'll catch you next week. Pow!